V levels, V levels, the vocational levels. So this is the post-16 education. Now, in my previous videos, I spoke about the post-16 education, but something was introduced, something was announced, something was published yesterday, and it is called the Post-16 Education and Skills White Paper. So this is what was announced yesterday, and the government is planning on revamping or actually changing the landscape that is for the post-16 education with this new set of qualifications. Now, what are these qualifications? The new set of qualifications, these are the vocational levels, right? So these will sit alongside the technical levels and the A levels. They are at level 3. Okay, the vocational levels are at level 3. They will sit alongside A level, which is the academic route, and also the T levels. Now, the T levels, I talked about these in my previous videos. One T level is equivalent to 3 A level subjects, right? And the T levels, by nature, they are designed for employment because they have a period of work experience or attachment, if you like. So a learner will have to spend about 315 hours in doing some work experience or in attachment, if I may say, right? So these T levels focus more on employment, although since they are equivalent to 3 years, some students will want to do either they will want to go to a university with that qualification, or they can do apprenticeship, and they are taking apprenticeship at a higher level, right? So now they come in these V levels. Now the V levels are addressing two things. Number one, there was an outcry from parents that they they need a mix of vocational subjects with academic subjects for post 16. And also the other concern was that there is no clear pathway for their children in post 16. So these V levels are actually addressing those two things. So the V levels, one V level is worth one A level subject. So one V level, one A level subject, which allows a learner to mix academic subjects and vocational subjects. So a learner can mix and match A level with a vocational um, level in this case, because they are both at level 3. So if they may want to proceed to university later on, they can still do that, because they have those as they are considered as a qualification, that is an A level qualification. So that's the V level. Now these will come into effect in the academic year 2027. So that's 2027. That's when they will be introduced, and they will be phased in different areas as years go by. So the first to be introduced will be uh, 3 of them: the digital, then the finance and accounting, and then we also have the education and early years. These are the critical areas that I want to address first. And then 2028, they will add more V levels, 2029 up to 2030, and so on. So they will keep adding more V levels. But for a start, they will start with 3 of them, the ones I've mentioned. So this is what is going to happen. That is, at post 16, the learner now has an option of mixing if they want to mix vocational and academic subjects, that is. So now technical levels are more focused to employment. The V levels actually give an option of this. They are more flexible. Actually, a learner is not yet decided on what they want to do. They don't want to outrightly take the academic route, and also they don't want to outrightly take the vocational route. They want a mix of the two, so that they will then decide later on what they think works best for them. So these are the game changers, if you like. So the vocational levels will actually transform the landscape, that is post 16 education. They actually uh, will prove to be very beneficial in the long run. They prepare, actually these are also prepared by employers to address the key skills they need from the employees. So that's the V levels. Number two, what else was introduced? What else is in the white paper? There are two pathways now that's at level two. That is equivalence of GCSEs. There will be two new pathways. Number one, the occupational pathway. So at that level, that is the GCSE level, a learner can choose to say they want to do the occupational pathway. Now, this will be a 2-year course that will take them to employment. So this will help them to get some key skills needed for employment. And starting 2026 to 2027, that's the academic year, there will be an introduction of two of them, that is hospitality and catering, and then there is also education and ADS. These will come into effect next year, right? So that's the occupational pathway, which is at GCSE level or level 2. That's level 2 because level 2 is GCSEs, right? Or the other pathway will be the further study. Someone is not yet ready to do level 3. They don't have maybe the necessary skills to do that. So they will have a further year, a 1 year of study to prepare them for that level 3, right? So that is the further study they will have to do. This is the other pathway they can decide. They may want to take. So that's the transformation which is coming about in the post-16 education, which may prove, as some have said, to be a game changer.